Good morning, you guys, and thank you so much for joining me for this video as I walk you through my simplistic but super productive morning routine. I've stuck with this morning routine since we've moved into the house that we live in now, and it has totally not only transformed my mornings, transformed my productivity, but also transformed my entire day simply by having a somewhat structured and productive morning routine that I try to follow consistently at least 5 days of the week. With this morning routine, my goal is to wake up anywhere between 6 to 7:30. So if I wake up within that time frame, I feel like I'm successful. I love to start by making my bed, and the reason for this, I think, is because several years ago I actually read a quote that said something like, "Successful people make their bed every day." And I was like, I want to be successful, and so I'm going to make my bed every day. And I think it's really kind of true because immediately it gives me this sense of success and accomplishment before my days really even began. This morning routine is not at all strict, partially because I have a toddler who might wake up anywhere within this time and kind of change the dynamic and the way things go. But I do aim to wake up before her, and the first thing that I like to do upon coming down the stairs is doing a quick workout. This is anywhere from a 5 to a 10-minute workout. As you know, I really do not enjoy working out, but since implementing doing this short amount of time just every single day consistently, trying to get my abs back together, trying to stay in shape, I've actually started to enjoy working out because I've learned that I can get in exercise without having to dedicate an entire hour to breathing insanely hard and feeling like I'm going to pass out and die. Something I really love about these short little workouts is that they wake me up and they make me feel accomplished, they get my heartbeat going, and they just motivate me to continue to be productive throughout the day. So the first thing I like to do after working out is to start a load of laundry. And I have found that if I do one load of laundry consistently every single day, I stay totally on top of the laundry. It never becomes overwhelming, and it's just a great way to start my morning off in a successful way. I've learned that there are two different components I need to have in a morning routine in order to stick with it long term. The first is that I need to feel accomplished. The only way I'm going to be motivated to wake up the next day and do the same thing over again is if I felt like it was worth my time and it was worth me getting up earlier rather than staying in bed. And so by doing a load of laundry, by loading the dishwasher, by doing a quick little workout, these are things that immediately make me feel great about my day. The second thing that I've learned I really need to have in a morning routine in order to stick with it long term is something that I look forward to, or a couple things that I look forward to that motivate me to get out of bed in the morning. So for me, that is a cup of coffee. It's maybe drinking some water with some fruit in it. I've learned that really helps me stay more hydrated and encourages me to drink more water and actually enjoy the process of drinking the water. So those are a couple of things that I do that I've totally found change my desire to get up early in the morning and stick with a routine. Just like we're encouraged to eat breakfast every single morning, I encourage myself to feed my soul every single morning. And for me, this looks like reading a devotional. I've really been enjoying this one. I like to take notes about what I'm learning and reading my Bible. Typically, if my daughter wasn't what woke me up in the morning, then somewhere within my routine, she usually wakes up. And so I will go and get her. And the first thing that I usually like to do with her is make her a bottle. And that way she stays pretty happy and content while I finish my devotionals or whatever else I'm in the middle of doing. These super greens are what I give her almost every single morning. They have tons of vitamins just from fruits and vegetables. And she'll usually drink that the entire time I finish whatever I'm doing in my morning routine, which is just fantastic, and I'm so grateful for that. This is by far one of my favorite times in the morning when we're both sitting here on the couch, spending time together while I do my devotions. And then usually if my husband is off, he'll be upstairs doing his as well. So it's just a really special time. after I've finished my devotions, and occasionally I'll write in my journal as well, then I always like to make a to-do list. This is the best way for me to be productive the rest of the day. And I'll write things on there that I've already done. I've already worked out, I've already done my devotions, but I still write them on there to check it off to give myself motivation. Next, typically my daughter and I head into her bedroom and do a quick pickup from the night before just to make sure that we start off on kind of a cleaner note. And typically, if I can keep my daughter somewhat occupied with a toy or with playing with some laundry, or she's really entertained by basically anything right now, I find that she stays really pretty happy while I'm cleaning and picking stuff up, which is great. Because I'm looking for any little opportunities to save time in the morning, I like to do as much as I can while in my daughter's room at once. And so that includes doing my makeup because the lighting's really good, doing my hair, getting my daughter dressed, changing her diaper from the night before, and picking up her bedroom. And so that when I close that door and walk out of that room, I know all those things are complete in one quick swoop. After all this is done, I like to head upstairs and get dressed. And I found that just by wearing a decent outfit, I feel so much better about myself and get so much more done. I mentioned this in my Simplifying Habits video, but I keep a basket at the bottom of the stairs, and throughout the day as I accumulate stuff that I need to take upstairs, I just put it in the basket. At night, I deliver it up to my room, and then typically the next morning, I actually unload it and put it all away because I'm too tired the night before. So I usually try to do that during this time as well so that my room's all picked up and ready for the day. All right, now we are back downstairs again, and I like to clean out my dishwasher in the morning, usually right when I get up as well, because then as I make breakfast or whatever, I can just load the dishwasher back up and constantly kind of have a cleaner kitchen. So I found this to be kind of helpful. I like to put all my dishes on the counter from the dishwasher and then put them in the cupboard from there. I found, for myself anyway, it's a lot faster. So I kind of put them in categories on the counter and then I put them all away at the end when the dishwasher is totally cleaned out before I reload it. All right, next I typically progress onto breakfast. And lately I've been really trying to incorporate a lot of vegetables into our meals. So with breakfast, usually I will add them to eggs. I will make an omelet with them. I will saute even just a dish of vegetables for a side dish. And I've really been trying to focus on being a little bit healthier. And so this is what I'm making today. I'm sauteing a whole bunch of vegetables and I'm making an omelet for my husband and I. A quick tip I was reminded of during this time is not to grate a whole block of cheese without cutting it into smaller pieces. That is unless you want to get a whole bicep and tricep workout in the middle of your morning routine, which I'm not really in the mood to do. If whatever I'm making for breakfast doesn't require all my time and diligent focus, then during this time, I usually like to reload the dishwasher with all the dishes that I'm currently making. And so after breakfast, I don't have a whole lot of extra kitchen work I have to do before I can proceed on with whatever project or job I want to get done that day. Usually around this time in the morning, my daughter starts to get really hungry, and so typically I'll put her in her high chair and let her start eating her breakfast while I finish up making my husband and I's breakfast, and that kind of keeps her entertained while I finish cooking for us. So to finish off this morning routine, my husband and I will eat breakfast, then I'll put our dirty dishes into the dishwasher and start it if it's full, and then I will clean up my daughter's high chair. I'll clean up the rest of the kitchen, which is super easy because I've maintained it all morning, and then I am free to go out and do whatever I need to get done that day, whether that is grocery shopping or working in the garden or helping my husband on a house project. It's so nice knowing that I've had a productive morning that's been simple, that's been relaxed, but has gotten so much done, and it totally motivates me to be successful throughout the rest of the day. So I really encourage you, if you don't have a morning routine, to develop one that works for you. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and have a fantastic week. I will see you in my next video. Bye!